It was right in front of your face. And I can't say, oh, Trump tricked you or he made you believe something. No, he didn't trick you. Like it was right in it was right there. He said it. Deportation, tariffs. That's what his whole campaign was based on. He let you know what it was going to be, and this is what it is. You chose to ignore it or thought, oh, this wouldn't affect me, just like most people. So let's go ahead and move on to Candace Owens, because Candace Owens, there's this TikTok going viral, right? Where this girl is saying, like, Candace Owens is doing a whole rebrand. She's trying to rebrand herself as almost like a leftist or a centrist. Let's go ahead and play the TikTok and we'll be right back.
When I told y'all Candace Owens was getting paid to run one of the largest smear campaigns against Kamala Harris, I was crazy, right? But now she's trying to backtrack and blame it on Christianity as to why she no longer supports Trump. It's not Christianity that's got her concerned. It's the fact that they're not paying her anymore, and she thought that her husband in proximity to whiteness and slandering Kamala Harris was gonna get her on the up and up with Trump. Promised her a seat just like they promised everyone else a seat, but guess who didn't get one? Because they're still a black woman. I don't know why you thought you were the exception. You were not the exception, you were the rule. Forget, you were posting 12 videos a fucking day during the election talking about Kamala Harris and why no one should vote for her. Let's play the video.
But I want to say this, like, quite seriously. 4 years ago, in 2020, I had no kids. It's an incredible thing to think about. I had 0 children, and now I have 3 children. And I'm so serious when I say that I was so concerned about Kamala winning that my husband and I were having serious discussions about what will happen, what can we do, what is our option. And I know that we're not the only family that truly thought about where will we go if
you want to get on here and cry baby tears and say no one told you that Trump was going to be like this. He was never like this. Everybody told you. And you were going to college campuses with fucking Charlie Kirk debating feminists and black women, calling them wrong and saying they had equal privilege as a white man. They paid you for a job. You did that job. But see, just like everybody else that the Trump administration took that job from that they were offered during the election, you're not going to get that seat that you wanted. You're not getting the seat in the administration that you thought you were going to get. No black person ever was, especially not a black woman. And now you're trying to go back to your other blogging page to try to rekindle some of that money you were making during the election. Not happening, Candace. We know who you are. But
so a few things about that. There wasn't a particular video or anything that Candace did. Well, recently there's been an interview and I'll talk about that in a minute. But Candace has been on this whole, I'm a Christian and, you know, I'm being canceled by the Jews in Israel. And she's really been going after Israel or whatnot, right? So what's been going on is she got fired from the Daily Wire because of her commentary about Jewish people. Then she immediately went back to talking about black people and the celebrities, but didn't really say anything about the whole Daily Wire thing when she got fired. Then she slowly started inching back into, okay, well, what's going on in Palestine? It's horrible that these babies are being murdered and things are happening to the Palestinians. You know, we've talked about it on this channel, how horrible it has been for the people in Gaza, right? We made no secrets about that. However, I always felt like Candace is not pro-Palestine because she cares about the people. This is to push her messaging of, oh, look what they did to me. They're trying to cancel me. And it does speak to a group of people who, in turn, be all like, yeah, I don't like how they have power and authority. And you got to remember also, too, Trump administration got paid a lot of money from Israel in these super PACs and stuff like that. So his loyalty was always going to be to Israel. And she has been calling Trump out and being like, well, you seem more pro-Israel than pro-America. What is going on? And so Candace has been getting a lot of pushback because her job is just to talk about the black people, right? You ain't supposed to talk about the whites. Only black. This is what you are hired for. And so Candace is getting her wake up Negro call because she didn't realize she was black like this and not black like this. So what you're seeing now is she's going the more independent route where she is criticizing the Trump administration. But I don't know if she's criticizing it because, oh, she had a change of heart, or is this a popular thing to do? And what I mean by that is we can shit on the Democrats all day. And don't get me wrong, there are things that they do need to be doing, right? However, they're not in power, essentially. So we can cry and moan about what the Democrats are doing or not doing, but they're not in power. They're not the reason why the tariffs are in place. They're not the reason why the stock market is crashing. They're not the reason why people are getting laid off from their job. They're not the reason why they laid off hundreds of thousands of people off their federal jobs. So we can say, oh, they didn't win the election. Okay, that's great, but who cares at this point? Well, let me take that back. I don't want to say who cares, but essentially, they're not the ones in power making the move. So what can they do? It's literally Trump in office. So you have to critique him. You have to criticize him. There is no way in hell you can say, oh, yeah, he's still doing right or he's still doing a great job. Even some of the toughest people, the toughest Republicans or people on the right, they're even like, hold on, what's going on? My money is dwindling. You were supposed to make it better. And my money is dwindling. You see, these people are losing millions. Elon Musk is only rich because of the subsidies and things like that, and also the stock market and investments. So when Elon starts losing that, he will not be the richest man in the world. And Elon, he likes having that title of the richest man in the world, which is weird. Like, I'm not saying that I would not like that title, but in Elon's mind, if he loses that title, he will lose his mind. Yo, I would love to have so much money where not being the richest man in the world would kill me. Literally. So again, with Candace Owens, she's realizing these things and she's like, hey, what's going on? Corporate welfare, that's what you call it, right? Beautiful. So she's realizing like, hey, I probably got a lane if I go more independent. I don't think she's going to become a leftist and she's going to be quote unquote woke, like they like to say, right? I think more or less she's going to be like an independent where she's calling it down the middle and she's calling out both sides, which I think that would be perfect for her. That would be perfect if she's just down the middle and just calling it like she sees it. Now she's trying this whole, oh, I'm Christian now, I'm a Catholic. And mind you, she's only been a Catholic for a year and a half. This whole religion thing is new to her. And you add that she's pregnant right now, so she has 3 kids. So she's trying to be more like family oriented and a mother and balancing that. And then the whole, I'm a Catholic now. So she's trying to rebrand herself more of like a centrist and somebody in the middle. That's what she's really doing. Now, here's the thing. I think Candace can say some things that are correct. I don't totally disagree with her. However, I think her focus on how she started being the token, it has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And until she acknowledges that, like, yes, I was used as a token, I give up on it. I'm just going to be honest, y'all. She got to admit, yes, I was used as a token. I was used as a weapon. I was weaponized against my own people. And maybe she doesn't see it like that. I almost feel like in her head, she does not think she was weaponized against Black people. I think in her crazy mind, she feels like she was trying to lead us to freedom or something. Let me ask you guys, let's do a 30-second countdown. Do you think Candace realized she was used as a pawn? Yes or no? That one was a little mixed. Okay. I can definitely see both sides. You guys are right. AT2, do you think she can rebound? She doesn't realize she was used. She has a fan base. I will say that. I don't think she's losing a lot of money. Her popularity probably isn't as big as because she doesn't have the backing, especially from the Daily Wire and stuff like that. But I still feel like she has a voice. I won't totally say she's done with, but that's a good question. Is Ye really got? No, no, not at all. He needs to be put in a straight. A white warrant needs to be called on him and put him in a psych ward or something because he done lost his mind. But you know what it is. Candace was canceled, and MAGA don't want her black right. Now she's trying to crawl back. Yeah, and remember she was trying to do that by going on the Breakfast Club, going on. I was about to say Joe Rogan, Joe Budden podcast. Remember she went on there, and remember this was before she got fired from that Daily Wire job, so she was almost trying to rebrand herself, like, be like, "Hey guys, I'm one of you. You know, you my people. Help me out." And it's always crazy when those kind of people want to crawl back to black people to have some kind of relevancy, but you ain't never F with us before. On top of that, she has still not called out the Daily Wire really for what they did to her. She has done it in a roundabout way, but she don't do it the way she do it to black people. Let's put that out there. But it is what it is, the double standards, right? All right. So lastly, I want to go ahead and talk about this whole Tim Walz turned on Kamala Harris. Did you guys hear about this? Oh, hold on. Wrong video. Dang, where did I put the? Oh, here we go. I got the